Welcome, welcome, my dear creative friends. I'm so happy to have you here in my studio to play and paint with me. So let's get started with a piece of daily paper that I'm taping down with a bit of washi tape here to a cardboard piece, so I don't put too much paint on my table, even though I've already started doing that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just using my fingers to spread a little bit of paint straight on that piece of deli paper. So I'm just not worried about anything in particular. I'm just doing blobs of color and roughly blending them next to each other. So nothing too difficult here. Just follow along and just add a little bit of paint. If you haven't really painted with your fingers before, I really encourage you to trying it out, because it really frees your mind and connects your body more to your painting. Instead of being in your head, you're just basically using your body as well. So it doesn't really make sense when I'm trying to explain it, but it will make sense when you try it out. So after drying out those first layers, I'm adding a bit of hot pink here with my brayer and then a bit of orange, just to create some rough patchy texture. And of course you need to dry everything out as you go along. Now I'm taking out my Dylusions paint to add a few marks just with my fingers, nothing complicated at all. And I'm using the Dylusions paint because they are very opaque, so I just wanted a few colors to stand out on top of those blending colors. So just keep following me along as I keep adding a bit of color and texture here, and I hope you're doing the same on your side. Alright, now that everything is nice and dry, I'm just going to use a white jelly roll pen to draw some very loose and whimsical petal shapes, because I'm going to create flowers in my art journal. So I'm just loosely drawing them and then I'm going to cut them out. Now that all my petals are cut out and are just ready to be glued down, I'm going to use some gel medium to stick them. So I'm putting some on the page first and some on top of each petal. And I'm using my black journal here because those flowers are so vibrant that, you know, they would get lost on top of another busy background. So I'm just going for simplicity, and I just love the contrast of the colors on the very dark background. As you can see, my flowers are very whimsical and very very loose, so I didn't worry trying to make them very realistic. That's not the point and the style that I like. So here we are with some fun and funky flowers. Now I'm just using a black Neocolor pen to add a little definition around those petals. I'm going to use a bit of water to make soft lines. Now let's dry everything out before moving on to the next step. Alright, moving on to the final steps now with my white jelly roll pen once again, adding a few loose strokes here and there just for some detail. And then I'll add a bit of a doodling all the way around the flowers and some stems and leaves, why not? And then I'll finish off with a scalloped edge all the way around the page spread here, just to resonate with the detail in the middle of the pages and give it some continuity. And we're almost at the end here now, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I do hope that you've given this a go as well. I'd love to see what you created. Make sure you show me by posting a picture in a private Facebook group. And if you'd like more, make sure to check me out on mimibondi.com. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye for now.